But the numbers which we got today on GDP was flat, are largely expected, and they do not materially change our projections, the projections we have just published. In order to have a better assessment, we need more information on the composition, because the composition matters. Was the deceleration in GDP growth due to investment, consumption, inventories, or foreign demand? Investment and foreign demand have performed very well in the past, so it is important to understand what is the source. But I think we should broaden the horizon and look at the conditions of the Italian economy from a broader perspective. In recent years, the Italian economy continued to grow, although at a moderate pace, in spite of a number of shocks that have hit the Italian, like many other economies, the Italian economy and others. The geopolitical tensions, the tightening cycle of the ECB, tariffs, appreciation of the euro, the weakening of the traditional export markets of Italy, the weakening of the German economy is a big headwind for the Italian economy. But overall, the economy has been much more resilient than many would have predicted only 2-3 years ago. And I think we should look at the structural underlying conditions of the Italian economy, which have improved significantly. If you look at public finance, the deficit shot up to above 9% during the pandemic crisis. Now it is at 3%. In 2025, we will go even lower than that. The primary deficit became a primary surplus of 0.9 percentage points of GDP. The debt-to-GDP ratio, which increased significantly during the pandemic phase, now is back to the pre-pandemic level. And what went largely unnoticed in recent years is the change which took place in Italy's net financial international position. We had a current account deficit. We have now a persistent surplus of the balance of payments. And if only 10 years ago, the net financial international position of Italy was negative for more than 20 percentage points of GDP, today we have a positive net international financial position. So from minus 20+% to around 8-9 percentage points of GDP. And this happened, a very rare case, without a crisis, without a forced restructuring due to an enormous shock, which then evolves into a crisis. So this has gone largely unnoticed, but just to emphasize this concept, now Italy is a net creditor country. Every year we give some of our savings, unfortunately, to foreign countries, and our position is positive vis-à-vis the rest of the world.